What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to TTP Sports. Sixers. Honest to God. Am I ready to get hurt again? Are we ready in the city of Philadelphia to get hurt again by the Sixers team? I liked what I saw, I'm not going to lie. And that's specifically from two men in particular, of a VJ Edgecombe and a Tyrese Maxey, because holy hell, that was fun to watch. That was fun to witness. VJ Edgecombe, oh my God, that what he was doing tonight made me feel things that I haven't felt watching a Sixers game in a very long time. I'm going to be very honest with you. It really has been. He was so awesome tonight, and now I actually have room because she was sitting on my lap. Oh my God, that is very inappropriate, Shoko. My God. Oh my God, what a weird start to this recap. Hello, Shoko. I am busy. I am talking to the good people about VJ Edgecombe here, man, and Tyrese Maxey. Yeah, you gotta give me some things here, man. But yeah, what a hell of a start. What a hell of a game. There you go. I'll move that for you so you can lay in your bed. There you go. You can lay in your bed. There you go. She could still be a part of it. She could still be a part of it. But talking VJ Edgecombe, man, holy fucking shit. Tyrese Maxey, also spectacular. 40-plus points. What in a season opening debut? Holy fuck. VJ Edgecombe, the most points by a rookie in Sixers history in a season opener, and I believe he was also tied for the third most points, or he took the third most points in NBA history for a rookie making his regular season debut, or in the season opener, whatever. It just, I can't even explain it. The dude looked like he's a grizzled vet for like 5+ years into the league. He looks like he's a seasoned veteran. He's out there making these shots look easy, running to the basket easily. It's insane dunks. Oh my God, the way that he was running to the rim and just fucking slamming it down made me feel things. Things were tingling, I'm not gonna lie. Things were tingling down below. Like I said, I haven't had this fun watching a Sixers in a very long time. I'm sure a lot of us feel that way because of how just completely how we want to forget about last season. We want to forget about last season so badly because there were so many bad vibes. It was such a bad taste in the mouth with all the drama and everything that was going on, all the injuries, the Joel Embiid stuff and everything like that, Paul George and all that stuff. It was just it just didn't feel good. Maybe now that we have something to feel good about with this Sixers team, because VJ showed a lot of promise in the preseason. We were all excited about the pick for a reason. Tyrese Maxey is Tyrese Maxey, and he just always continues to get better season after season. That, without a doubt, is a truth. Like, I'm not shocked that if Tyrese Maxey just finds another jump in his game this season, because that's what Tyrese Maxey just does. And yeah, it does suck that Jared McCain is down with an injury for a little bit, because he did provide a nice little vibe spark last year before he did miss the rest of the season with his injury. And if he comes back and manages to get some of that magic that he was when he was basically going to be, tops for Rookie of the Year last year, and if he could come back and play at that type of level, even though it's going to be a little bit because he's missed so much time at this point, but it's just VJ and Tyrese Maxey already look like they have so much chemistry together, the way that they work in the backcourt. It's insanely crazy how that is. And if you add a Jared McCain to that mix, if he does play the way that he played last year before he got injured, that could be a very scary backcourt for a long time to come for this Sixers team. It's also very good that Joel Embiid was able to play in tonight's game. He was healthy, ready to go. We all know he played in the last preseason game and he looked pretty good. However, tonight he did not look good. Granted, his minutes were very limited. He didn't play much in this game. He had minutes in this game. He played 20 minutes in this game, and it wasn't pretty. I'm going to be honest. It just wasn't pretty whatsoever. It was bad. It was very bad. If you want a resemblance of what Joel Embiid looked like on the court tonight, if you were a wrestling fan, he looked like the Great Khali, and not in a good way. Not in a good way. Joel Embiid was that bad tonight. Oh my! And granted, he hasn't played in the regular season game since last February, and this is a moment where he's fully healthy. But I'm not sure if it was just nerves being back on the court in a while, if it's just complete rust, if it's something to do with the game plan with Nick Nurse or something like that, or just him, like, maybe it could just be as simple as him not playing in a very long time. Maybe it could just be simple as that, and once he gets a few games under his belt, finally being healthy, then once he's able to get those minutes back up, you'll probably be able to see what Joel Embiid truly is. Now, granted, even though they're probably going to maintenance the living hell out of him. You know, he's going to miss. If you could try to get, I would say their game plan is to probably try to get 50, 60 games out of Joel Embiid. They're going to workload the hell out of him, most likely, just to make sure this guy is healthy for an entire year. And that's probably going to be the same thing with Paul George whenever he does get back into the rotation. When he comes back from his injury, he's going to be workloaded the hell out of. You would hopefully try to get 50 games out of Paul George, if possible, if that man can stay upright. So that's basically the priority right now for them, is to just get those guys healthy and let these young kids do their thing. And there were other things that did impress me too. I was impressed by Barlow. He definitely does a lot of greasy things, you know, get rebounds. And the Sixers were doing things offensive rebound-wise that I was like, oh my God, this team is actually getting offensive boards. They're actually fighting down low at the rim. It's crazy. I haven't seen stuff like that in so long. It was like, wow. It was like, wow. Crazy. They had 40 rebounds in total, 10 offensive rebounds, 30 defensive boards, and all that. So it's crazy. It's crazy. Didn't think that was possible for a Sixers team, but they definitely were battling. That third quarter, though, was very ugly. It definitely was. Huge fourth quarter. Came down to the wire, though, which kind of scary. Not going to lie. VJ Edgecombe, those two last free throws in the very dying seconds. He's a rookie. He'll eventually get there. But then he also had 2 free throws like a few seconds prior to that, too, where he just looked like cool, calm, and collected. So he's not going to hit all of them in those moments. He's a rookie for a reason. But, like, for majority of the game, man, dude does not look like a rookie. Holy shit. You get Oubre with that huge 3 late in the game as well to give you that lead late. And then you eventually, you get into the sequence where you're, you're forcing the Celtics to take a bunch of fouls. All the timeouts happen. The game takes forever to end. Celtics hit a 3 to make it a 1-score game. Everything happens there. Edgecombe can't hit his free throw shots. Celtics have to go the other way. There was a nice turnover by Kelly Oubre that probably should have been the Sixers' ball, but the refs decided to keep it Celtics' ball. There was like a second left on the clock. They play it in. They take the shot. It goes off the rim and it misses, and then you're good. You're good. It was definitely a stressful final, 9 seconds. That felt like it was 20 minutes at that point, because that's what it always feels like with the NBA. But it was a good, gutsy win, and it stands out with the way that Maxey and Edgecombe played. It really does. It was just that great. Other people that I looked like from this game, Quentin Grimes, definitely not the best shooting night, not the best scoring night. He was 3 of 8 from the field in total, 2 of 5 from 3. He went 2 of 4 from his 3 throws. He had 10 points total. He was a plus 18 on the court, so there definitely was some positives right there. Like I said, Oubre, he had 10 points on the night. He had that huge 3 late in the game, which was very big to give the Sixers the lead, which eventually got to them to the win. But if you just look at Tyrese Maxey's stat line, VJ Edgecombe's stat line, both of those guys played 40-plus minutes. VJ Edgecombe, 42. Tyrese Maxey, 41. Tyrese Maxey, 13 of 24 from the field, 7 of 9 from 3, and 7 of 8 from the free-throw line. 40 points on the night, 6 assists, 2 rebounds. Fantastic stuff. Fantastic stuff from Tyrese Maxey. The dude was doing everything possible, finishing at the rim, driving the basket, hitting the threes. Dude was on point from beyond the arc tonight. It was insane. It was fun to watch Tyrese Maxey. I enjoy Tyrese Maxey a lot, and he's been very enjoyable in his time as a Sixer. And like I said in the beginning, he finds ways to get better season after season after season after season. And if it's one of those moments where he gets better once again and he finds another gear in that game, oh my God. Oh my God. And if it continues with this type of chemistry with VJ Edgecombe, because VJ Edgecombe's numbers on the night: 13 of 26 from the field, 5 of 13 from 3, 3 of 6 from the free throw line, 7 rebounds, 6 defensive, 1 offensive rebound, 3 assists. He had 34 points on the night. Are you serious? Dude's a rookie. First game, are you kidding me? Most points by a Sixers rookie in his NBA debut in history, passing Allen Iverson, who had 30 points when he made his debut. And I think they did show a graphic about players that, in NBA history. I think Edgecombe he's third. He is third, and look at the players that are on this list. You got Wilt Chamberlain with 43. You got Frank Selby with 35. And then Isaiah Thomas is on there, Lamar Odom, Allen Iverson, and all that. John Drew's there, Maurice Strokes. It's crazy. He's third on that list. 34 points in a debut. You literally cannot script it up any better. Holy fucking shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. It's crazy what he was doing tonight. He looked so comfortable. He looked like a seasoned vet. Crazy. Crazy. Like, I'm speechless on how good he looked. It is insane how good he looked. I mean, it is crazy. Crazy. And I'm just trying to see if there's anything else that I see, like, stat-wise on the Twitterverse from a VJ Edgecombe, but, like this, with him and Tyrese Maxey, man, like, if they continue to build that chemistry and they go for if they go for a very it's going to be a dangerous backcourt, especially if McCain comes back and he finds that groove that he was playing with last year before he got injured, the season-ending injury. It's going to be special. It's going to be something special for a very long time if these three click like the way that we all think they can click. That's going to be something special for this team. But to the Joel Embiid, definitely, he had 4 points on the night. He was a minus 16, 1 of 9 from the field, 0 of 4 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free-throw line. 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block. Only played 20 minutes. We all knew his minutes were going to be limited tonight. I'll just chalk it up to Embiid having been playing just a professional. Well, he did play in the preseason, but like regular season NBA basketball games since last February. It's been a very long time for him, and I'm sure there's some rust attributed to that. Maybe there's some nerves in there, even though I don't think that's really a factor. I'm not sure if it's anything to do with the game plan either. I think it's just more of a factor to him. Maybe could there be like a nerve thing with him not trying to get hurt? Maybe that could also be something that he has maybe to get out of his game if that's the case. But he did look good in the final preseason game, so maybe it's just, just one game at a time with Joel Embiid. We all know, like I said, they're going to workload the shit out of him. So it's going to be a season. It's going to be like their main priority is just keep Joel Embiid healthy. Keep Joel Embiid healthy. You get your wins in a very weak Eastern Conference. Very weak Eastern Conference because it's bad. There's really only a few teams that you could say that are like true threats. And even with Boston, they'll still be a top team probably, but they don't have Jason Tatum, even though they're thinking that he could come back at some point this season, which is crazy to me, which I don't think that's good for him long term coming back this season. Boston's still going to be up there. The Knicks obviously are going to be up there. The Bucks, maybe not. Just because, Giannis can't carry that entire team by himself and they don't have Dame anymore. The Cavs, they're a good regular season team. They haven't proved it in the playoffs. The Magic, they're an up-and-coming team. But realistically, the Pacers, they don't have Halliburton, so that's definitely going to be a huge loss for them. The Eastern Conference definitely is wide open. If you could find a way to get a healthy Joel Embiid, a relatively healthy Joel Embiid that can play 50, 60 games with the workload management, and the same thing with a Paul George with the workload management. If you can get him relatively healthy throughout the entire season, you're probably going to find yourself into a playoff position just because that's how weak the Eastern Conference is, and you'll find yourself into a playoff spot. It's just that I think placement at this point doesn't matter for the Sixers team. Like I say, it's just prioritizing keeping those two healthy and seeing the growth between the chemistry of Maxey and Edgecombe, and you saw that on the court tonight. Now, obviously, depth is going to be a very huge issue. No doubt, because they definitely miss some presence off the bench. They miss Yabusele, obviously, and there's definitely some depth is just going to be an issue. The bench is going to be an issue, obviously. So that's just something as you're going to deal with when the season goes along. So It's crazy though how it's crazy how good Edgecombe was. That is crazy, crazy, crazy. Dude was electric. Dude was good. And it's funny, I feel like this game is just going to overshadow what Maxey did because Maxey this is probably going to be the least talked about 40 drop point night of ever dropped. Ever least talked about. If that what I said even makes sense. It's going to be the least talked about 40-point game probably in NBA history just because VJ Edgecombe was also that good and he's a rookie dropping 34 points in his NBA debut. Like that's just the crazy thing. Dude was dropping it from 3 like it was nothing. He was taking a bunch of shots, and I like seeing him with the confidence to take those shots. The way that he attacks the rim, man. The one dunk that he had in that first quarter was just crazy. I want to see his point spread throughout the night, though, through quarter, because he was on it in that first quarter. I'm not sure if ESPN's going to have that, though. I don't think they will. Obviously, they're probably not going to do that. Most likely not. Game log. Can I look? Nope, it's not going to show his quarter-by-quarter points. Thank you, ESPN. Thank you. And that's definitely not what I wanted there. But it doesn't matter. He was great. He was very great. Very great. My God. It's funny, some people wanted Ace Bailey over VJ Edgecombe at that point. I think if he can put performances up like this. Ooh. Seriously. You saw the potential of a backcourt with Edgecombe and Maxey together tonight. You saw that in full form. I want to see how this carries throughout the entire year. Obviously, it's game one. We can overreact to game one. That was fun to watch. I think that was probably the most fun that any Sixers fan has had fun watching Sixers games in a while. That's insane. Oh, yeah, the alley-oop too. I believe that was from Kelly Oubre. That was also insane. Seriously, it's just... You have something that could be very special for a very long time with Maxey. The combination of Maxey and Edgecombe and the possibility also adding McCain into that mix if he can play to what he was before he got injured last year when he does come back to the season. That can be very special because McCain last year showed how good he was shooting from beyond the arc. Maxey, we all know, is electric from beyond there too, in the way that he can attack the rim and finish at the rim. Still wish that got calls in his favor. That'd be very nice. That would be insanely nice if he got calls, but still, for some reason, NBA refs do not want to give him those calls when he's getting freaking swarmed at the rim. Insane. And swatted at like crazy. Never will for some reason. I have no idea why. Then you have Edgecombe with the presence that he brings. Granted, I say presence when he's a fucking rookie. Seriously, it's crazy how good he was. The athleticism. Just the cool, calm, and collectedness that he had in tonight's game. The chemistry, the way that he can drive the rim as well. He can grab a board. He can hit shots. Something special. You might have something special brewing here with these 3 guys. You probably do. Now, granted, we have to see how it works when McCain does come back into the mix, but it's always nice to look ahead into something positive. It's always nice. Like, I'm going to keep saying this. This is the most fun I've had watching Sixers in a very long time. Very long time. No one enjoyed last season. Not a single soul enjoyed last season that experience with the Sixers. No one did. This is something that you can probably enjoy. It could be very fun. It could be very exciting to see what these two grow into with the chemistry and a possible adding to McCain in that mix. And if you can get a relatively healthy Joel Embiid, because I'm sure Joel Embiid will get better after this game. No doubt he's not going to look this bad the entire year. That's just not. He's way too talented to be like that. I'm just more attributing to this him not playing in so long. Personally, I just don't think that's the case. And then, when Paul George can come back and at least give you some quality of production and stay relatively healthy, there's definitely something here. You'll probably make the playoffs if that's the case. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll just see where that takes us. we'll see where that takes us. Man. It's a young team, though. Definitely is a very young team. Let's see, anything else that stood out from tonight? Yeah, the Celtics are an injured team. They got a lot of new faces, too. They still got Jaylen Brown. He put up 25 points tonight. Derek White, he put up 25. He was on one early in the game. Hello, Shoka. Once again, have to be in my face when I am trying to do something. Can you? And she has to make a muck. She has to make a muck when I'm live. She was on my lap at the start, jumps off, goes into her bed, jumps into the window, blah, blah, blah. Everything. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. But no, this was good. Like I said, Barlow, I was impressed what I saw. He definitely mucks and grinds. Getting those rebounds, attacking the rim. Like that. Kelly Oubre, like I said, with the clutch 3. That was very huge. What else? It's there. Quentin Grimes didn't look the best tonight, but he was a plus 18, so I guess his defense was being a factor in that as well. Not really much else from the bench. Dean Bona played 15 minutes. Jabari Walker played 19 minutes. Andre Drummond, he played 3 minutes. And other players just didn't play. Eric Gordon didn't play. Kyle Lowry didn't play. Broom didn't play, obviously. But still, very, very, very impressed with what I saw from the Sixers tonight. And that was fun. That was just very fun. Insanely fun. I think fans will have a lot of fun watching this team this year. I think that's just the case. A lot more fun. This is a product I can get into. This is a product I can get involved with. Very much. Very much so. It was very fun. I think that's just the bottom line. It was very fun to intake that. What I saw from Maxey and Edgecombe. It was just so fun. And that's the only way that I can describe it. I think that was just electric. It was fun. I was on my feet in the last few seconds. Like I was on my, no, actually not for the last few seconds, for the last few minutes of the game. I was just on my feet. Like wanted them to pull it out, you know? It was a gutsy win. It's a gutsy win. It's a gutsy win, especially with, with the way Joel Embiid played. It's crazy. So, we don't have anything on the Anytime Hotline, but we do have a lot of you guys here in the chat. We'll get to that. We'll end it off. And then back to more work because I've been busy as hell tonight. And of course, with my luck, I believe TikTok is down for like a sense of like scheduling posts. So, joy. Joy. That's been my life tonight. But Tyler, I'm all in on the Sixers. Off to another run in all seriousness. Good win for the young guys. Yep, ready to get hurt once again. Oh, we just got a voicemail, and I appreciate it. It's from a Treyu. Nice, Treyu. I love it. Love it. Franco, VJ is a beast. Cat alert. Embiid was a stiff out there. Give him a couple of games, and he'll hopefully be back in form. Yeah, I think this is just more attributed to him not seeing regular season ball in so long. A lot of rust factor in there, and him also with the limited minutes. I think he'll be fine. He's perfectly healthy right now for first time in a while. So I think it's just getting accustomed back to everything again. I think he will be fine. The alley-oop was insane. They finally looked like what I've been asking for since 3 years ago. Out with the old and in with the new. Yeah, they are a young team. They got a lot of young faces in here, so that's going to be very entertaining from that aspect. Crazy how VJ broke the most points scored in the first quarter by a rookie with 14, which was previously... Oh, that was a thing, too. I did not know that. I did not know that. It's the one thing that I've seen the comps with VJ Edgecombe. I know around the draft, some people were comparing him to Kevin Durant. I saw Jimmy Butler comparisons. I saw Anthony Edwards comparisons. Most that I've seen is a more athletic Jimmy Butler. And that's still very entertaining in that aspect. But if VJ can come somewhere to like an Anthony Edwards, that will be very fun. That would be very good, obviously. But I could definitely see a very more athletic Jimmy Butler. But it'll be very fun if he actually does turn into an Anthony Edwards type. That'd be very fun to witness. Maxey, McCain, and VJ as the front three is going to be very entertaining to watch. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's going to be very fun to watch. So, let's get to this final... voicemail, not final voicemail, the only voicemail that we have for tonight. It is from a Treyu. So, we'll see. We'll see. Almost muted myself before I put the call on. Let's get to it.
Hey, what's up, very great game from Tyrese Maxey. and VJ Edgecombe. Edgecombe already had me convinced of me liking him for this team, how much we need his energy, his effort, his athleticism. He looked amazing. Tyrese Maxey looked great. Joel Embiid disappointed me a lot tonight. He definitely played like absolute garbage, but it's only game one. Even though he looks terrible, I mean, honestly, he kind of looks bad in the openers for every year, so not really surprised. So I don't doubt that he'll have a bounce back, but I am a little concerned, just a little bit, about his knees, because he definitely wasn't jumping at all for anything.
I definitely think. I appreciate the call. I definitely think that could be attributed to maybe there's nerves in there. It's the first time he's been healthy in a long time. Maybe he's like, do I really want to go full throttle? Because if I do go full throttle, I run the risk of possibly re-injuring my knee. I definitely think there's probably a little bit of scaredness in there too, with him just finally being fully healthy, and maybe there's like, I don't want to get injured again. I don't want to miss all that time again. I think there's a little bit of fear in there. There probably is. Maybe that takes a few games to go away. Once he gets into a groove, it's a waiting process. It definitely is. Process. Sixers, of course. But go figure. But yeah. We'll see. We'll see with Embiid. We'll see with Embiid. I think he will be fine as it goes along. But it definitely, we're just going to have to wait. We're just going to have to wait. I agree, he does remind me of an athletic version of Jimmy Butler. Yeah, that's a lot of the comps that I have seen of just a more athletic Jimmy Butler. That's like the major comparison. So I can vibe with that. I can 100% vibe with that. Hell, the Sixers, their best shot at winning a championship was with Jimmy Butler was on the team. Back when. So I'll take that. I'll take a more athletic version of that. So that will do it for tonight. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. If the Sixers are this fun, definitely can work in some more recaps on them. I would love to do that. So we'll wait and see. Their next game, I believe, is their home opener, which is on Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's the case. Yep, that is Saturday. They play Saturday, Monday at home. So yeah. So Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, Friday. So a little bit of days off in between there. Doesn't really matter. But yeah. Definitely like it. Definitely like it. So definitely we'll see. We'll see. Saturday we could definitely get a recap in here to see how the home opener goes. That'll be like both Flyers and Sixers that night. So interesting stuff. So appreciate y'all tuning in tonight. First time in a while talking Sixers. So felt good. Felt good. So don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section down below. Don't forget to drop a like. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It does me a great deal of service. You can also use the code TTPSPORTS, $20 off your first purchase at SEATGEEK. A great deal. Do not pass it up. Get yourself down to the Xfinity Mobile Arena for a Sixers game. Did not call it the Wells Fargo Center, even though I haven't. I have not. So, yeah, definitely will try to get myself down there for Sixers games. Should be fun. I'm sure the tickets probably will be cheap on the secondary market too, which just the vibes of people in the season in general. But yeah, appreciate y'all for tuning in. Good win. Good win. Excited for what these guys can bring. And I'll see you guys